You can't DM me that if you're doing that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
but
so,
we are...
shush.
Exactly. We should be live, though. We should be live. There is a French flag as the F2 thumbnail, which is pleasant. There is.
Wait,
somebody hasn't got the correct thumbnail.
Hang on. Something's gone wrong, I think, because for some reason the F2 livestream shows a Canadian flag.
Oh, it's a French flag on my end. You might need a refresh.
If you look at the Discord server where it shows the YouTube, it shows a Canadian flag. It even says Canadian Grand Prix Part 1.
Yeah, I think somebody's somebody's done a change up, I think, in that. But bonjour, everyone. Good evening and welcome along to FRL. That's about as much French as you get out of me tonight as anywhere. But of course, my name is James. I'm going to be taking you through the stream, of course, for the French Grand Prix. It is season 13, round 7 of the championship for the Circuit Paul Ricard. As I say, my name is James Head. Charlie's alongside me in commentary box. Charlie, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic tonight. Looking forward to this Grand Prix. This is one of my favourite tracks. It's not an area where you really overtake, though. It's mainly, if you want to be in competition for this race, you've got to stay within the DRS and slipstream if you want to stay in it to win it, or else you're out of you're out.
Yeah, DRS trains I think is going to be quite something. I've commentated around here before on this game, and honestly, DRS trains span from about 1st down to probably 12th, 13th position, and the further you are down in that train, the less likely you are to try and get overtaken. It is literally one of these tracks, and of course, Paul Ricard is actually changing its layout slightly in 2022, I've heard, and I think they're getting rid of the chicane, if I'm not mistaken, through the middle sector, and replace it with that flat line running up the hill and towards what would be turn 9 now for the track. But, of course, looking at what happened last week, I need to get the standings up. F2 standings are there. Can't find the F1 standings, which is absolutely typical. Got them. But I will say Monday was a crazy race as well.
I thought you said Zero left the league. He's in the Discord server.
Yeah, Zero has left the league. I don't think he's racing.
He said that he didn't receive an invite, so I do think he is still racing.
He is racing, oh. Well, send him an invite then. Send him an invite, goodness me. That's probably my fault, misinterpreting things there.
You are off your head tonight.
I'm off my head, yeah. Well, we're in France. No wonder we're in France. We've hopped across the channel for tonight's race, of course, in FRL F1. But, of course, what happened last week? It was Baraka who, of course, took the race win. And a really interesting race, because Kazizel finished 2nd, Jensen finished 3rd, like he did in PSGL, the VRT Esports Cup event. There's the first shout-out for tonight. But, of course, Jensen did extend his championship lead over Baraka, even though Baraka came into the points slightly. Jensen on 98 points leading the way, Baraka in 2nd on 74, Brock in 3rd on 51. Hopefully he's back tonight, with Rocco in 4th on 10 points? On 44 points. He finished 10th last week. Rocco in 4th on 44 along with Kazizel. Hammerlinen also along on 44 points with Zero in 7th on 42. Blackbox in 8th on 41. Lou in 9th on 39, tied with Yona for 10th. And then a big jump down to Macho in 11th on 15. And Alien, Burrell, Petterval and Wizards completing the top 15. Surface Nathan, T-Hawk, National Cheto and Henry completing the top 20. Now Open Harmon also point scorers for tonight. Boastman, Tom Robbo, Denzel, Tees, Hide, Desi and IFR Noah haven't scored any points so far. Few of them have retired out of the races. But of course, Charlie, last week Baraka took the win. Kazizel 2nd, Jensen in 3rd. It sets up for a really good night because Jensen still holds pretty much a 1-race lead over Baraka.
I mean, yeah, it was a good race by Baraka last week. He definitely managed to hold on to it at Canada, because Canada was just a mix of things last week. Loads of safety cars, weather changes in the end, and just too much to even talk about, to be honest. But it is going to be a bit more late though tonight because Rocco is having a bleh, and yeah, so we are going to have to wait.
Where's he said that? Is it in the F1 server?
Because clearly he's taken his phone with him.
Wow. Absolutely terrible.
We're also waiting on, I don't know who else we're waiting on, because we're missing 2 people.
We are missing 2 people.
Oh, there's one.
That is Hammerline that's joined, so I think we're waiting on...
Who's that again?
Name changer.
Who is it though? I forgot who
The Finn.
The Finn? I cannot remember.
The Finn. I forgot his previous names. That's why I'm saying the
what
Finn.
happens when you change your user. So we just
Messina!
need Rocco.
That's who it is! Messina! Finally came to my head there. Messina. Yeah, so Messina has changed his name, by the way, if you haven't tuned into any F1 stream in the last 2 weeks. Hammerlinen is his name. Just short for Hammerlinen, I think we're going to go with in commentary. But hopefully it is going to be a fantastic race. Of course, in terms of the constructors as well, we'll come on to in just a second. But in terms of the stewards' reports, and I see quite a few people actually talking about the stewards' reports in the chat and Discord, there was 2 stewards' reports that came out, and it was involving Zero and T's. Both no further action, these incidents, by the way. Zero and T's, no further action. Zero made a sudden movement right to avoid the collision happening to the left of him. Insole doing T's collecting them and then putting Zero into the wall. So that was the first one. Macho and Hawk as well turned 12 to 13 on lap 16. No further action. Hawk slightly moved left and Macho kept the car straight. Both made contact, unsettling Hawk's car and then Macho putting them both basically in the wall. Hawk was seen more at fault for veering left. So that was the incident, of course, that we caught on the mini-map last week. We saw them going down the straight in towards the wall of Champion Chicane. But no qualifying bans or anything like that I can see of, certainly. So it looks like it's going to be very clean, of course, out on track. We're just waiting on Rocco, I think, to join, if I'm not mistaken, and they'll be good to go.
I think we're gonna be waiting a while, so I don't know how long he's take. To be honest, I don't know how long it's gonna take. But do not look in the Discord server.
I have just looked at the Discord server.
Jesus Christ,
Rocco, there were disgusting messages. Just nobody, not even our viewers on the stream who pay very good money to watch us, do not need to know that information.
Wait,
we have lost somebody.
Who have we lost?
I don't know. Chris Alien? No?
Zia? No, he's still in.
I'm just trying to have a look.
I think it was Kazizzle.
Ah, yes, it was Kazizzle. Yeah, Kazizzle has left, so you are right. I think Rocco has just joined. Yeah, Rocco's in the McLaren, and we're just waiting on Kazizzle. No excuse this time for him not to turn up, like in TTML F1 during the week.
Yeah, hopefully not.
It is a bit crackly, by the way, coming through on my end. I hope it's all fine.
In TTML, I actually got moved up to a full-time now, thankfully.
You are in F4, and I might be back next week, actually, in TTML F4, which will be fantastic. Get a commentator over you.
Commentating PSGL this week.
Yes, I am. And appropriately, actually, it's around France.
I mean, good thing that I'm not here this week then, because then you wouldn't be commentating and seeing me crash out all the time. So luckily, I'm not here till next week. Oh, Hawk's doing a countdown.
Hawk's doing a countdown, because Izzle's saying he's already in the lobby when he clearly isn't. Restart your application, my friend.
Right.
Restart your application. Oh, we've got the countdown started, though. I'm not sure if drivers... You might want to reset the lobby in case he joins.
Oh god, oh jeez, I don't know.
Just change a setting, any setting.
Wait, why have they readied up?
Yeah, just change a setting quickly.
Which setting? They're all fixed.
Any setting.
Oh.
And then it stops the timer. But it looks like we're going to go into qualifying. Oh, there we go. I was literally going to say we're going into qualifying, but there we are. We have reset the lobby slightly, but we're just waiting on Kazizzle, and as soon as he starts his game, then we should be good to go. As soon as he joins the lobby, and as soon as I say 18 drivers in, then it should be all good to go. And Hawk has given the 2-minute countdown in terms of that. It might be the case where Kazizzle... it is a weird glitch. I've had it before. I joined, it was LOEF2. I think he's just joined, actually, the lobby. He is, yeah, he's in the Williams, so we can go.
Thank God, because now we're becoming F3. We're being late now.
We're only 5 minutes late. We're only 5 minutes late. It's not too bad. I mean, the race around France will probably make up for it, to be honest. It is a very quick track, of course, around here at the Circuit Paul Ricard. And if you are very unfamiliar with the Circuit Paul Ricard, 5.8 kilometres and then 3.6 miles, 15 turns awaiting our drivers out on track. 2 DRS zones, 1 down the start-finish straight, 1 down the Mistral straight, down into towards the chicane, the Montreal chicane, through turns 8 and 9. And Charlie, obviously coming into this, DRS trains are going to be inevitable. Overtaking, though, is going to be at a real premium.
Yeah, that will definitely come into play. What corners do you think is going to catch out all the drivers, though?
Turn 3 to turn 5, I think, will be a major pinch point on the first lap. I think turn 1 will probably be a pinch point on the first lap as well. And probably the chicane and then into the final sector. There are a few pinch points really out on circuit that can be had, but honestly, I think, to be honest, it's going to be turn 3 to 5. I've always seen pinch points there, out on track, and it's never too common around here at France, and hopefully it is going to be a fantastic race. As we say, I think the drivers have just loaded a little bit later than the time suggests into the lobby, so inevitably we've got that minute glitch going on again, as we experience, of course, the last few weeks here in FRL, but sit back, relax, enjoy, and hopefully it is a very good race. 18 drivers out on track, probably the best 18 I think we've got, and of course a brand new driver in Mike S13, who, I've got to be honest, I know nothing about.
I don't know anything about him either, but to be honest, turns 3 to 5, I don't think it's only those corners. I think turn 6 as well, and turn 8 and 9, because turn 8 and 9 sometimes people do have a bit of a spin there. Turn 6, some people just lose the rear and just completely lose their car. But who's your top 3 before we forget?
Oh, top 3 before I forget. I think Kazizel's going to do...
I just saw rain.
Is it raining?
It's raining.
It is.
It's raining.
It is raining out on track, so it does look like everyone are coming out on a set of soft compounded tyres. But to be honest, the cloud cover around the circuit, Kazizel just totally bums out turn 1 and then through turn 2. I'm not sure if he's took control of A either. I don't know what happened. But yeah, I would say Kazizel for the top, I think. Kazizel's a very strong candidate for taking the win around here. So I'm going to go for him for pole, even though he's just invalidated. Jensen for me for second, and I'm going to put Nathan third.
I'm probably going to go with the drivers that first came out of the pit lane, because they're going to get an upper hand on the dryness of the track. So I'm going to be going with Baraka, Kazizel, and Jensen, because, of course, by the time Baraka gets to the finish/start line, the track will probably be more wet. I don't know if it'll be wet enough for the other drivers to beat him, though. But that's going to be my top 3 in my opinion, because all 3 of them are quick either way.
Yeah, all 3 are quick. Baraka obviously has been representing WR Esports in the unnamed event, as I'll say. But look at the track, actually. The rain has come down a lot heavy. You can actually see the greasiness of the track. You can see the raindrops on the track, and that indicates that the track is getting wetter out on track. So hopefully it might just stay off. And I'm going to literally ask now in the Discord, is it going to clear up these conditions? Are these conditions going to clear up? To be honest, I don't think we're too far away from Inters.
I mean, if they want to get a lap in before it's Inters, then they can quickly steal pole before it's too wet to go into softs and then get a much faster lap time in. But Baraka starts off his lap, turn 1 and 2 he manages to do very smoothly. But now I do notice, I can see a few puddles actually, so maybe he might struggle on the softs, of course, actually. Yeah,
he's going quite well actually. There, DRS disabled. DRS disabled, so, literally as I said at the start of the outlap that he had on, it was getting wet and you could see progressively that the raindrops were beginning to wet in the circuit. It's wetting the circuit so much that DRS has been disabled, but it doesn't mean that these guys will get a lap in. I think they will. Is it going to dry out though towards the end of qualifying?
I'm hoping that it does, but look at XL Rocco and Lou, because they're both holding each other up and they're both on flying laps, which is not good. But if you look here, actually, Mike has gone on to the Inters, and Baraka, if the DRS was still enabled, he could have had the DRS for the very long straight, of course, and could have got upper hand, but he never did in the end.
Yeah, he never did, with DRS, of course, being disabled. Now coming through turn 12, and car number 12, actually, for Baraka. Coming through 11, and then towards turn 12, of course, through the French corner names, that through Bendel, and then in towards Garlaban at turn 13, and then through Lac and Pont at turn 14 and 15. You really don't need to know these corner names. I've just got a track map up with the corner names with an English translation. But Baraka coming through the final corner, these lap times, honestly, could be looking in the 140 mark, I think, to be honest, as Baraka really struggles with the traction on the run to the line. And there, 140.3, that's probably the best you're going to get on a set of softs.
That is probably the best you're going to get, but in turns 10, I think we lost about 5 drivers, to be honest, because I went to go spectate, and we lost a lot because of the rain, because I think, because there was so many drivers off the track.
Yeah, they're all coming in. There's a load of invalidations as well. Burrell's actually the exception rather than the rule, really. He's in 9th at the minute. Macho's has obviously set a lap as well. But Burrell, he cannot get the car stopped. These dries, it's literally like Lando Norris in Russia. And I hate to say that if you're a Lando Norris fan, but honestly, it is. It's literally like driving on a set of ice as Burrell nearly runs wide, and Denzo has already retired out on track coming through turn 9.
First of all, we do not talk about Russia, you hear me? We do not talk about that race. I'm still depressed from that. We do not talk about it. But where's Denzo lost it is my question.
Exit of turn 9. National Chetto's got a bit of damage as well on his right side end plate. I was just right on board with them, and National Chetto went completely on, and I think he was on the right hand side on the exit of the outside curb, where he lost it into the wall on the right hand side of the track. So that's where he was. But National Chetto obviously on an outlap at the minute. Hopefully we're going to be seeing some lap times in. Hamel Island's also on a set of soft compound tyres at the minute, but everyone transition over to a set of inters. Is it going to get wetter during the end of before the end of qualifying as well?
It probably will, and I think the top 3 has pretty much been decided already, to be honest. But one thing that I've noticed from Ham there just now, you cannot cut that white line during the race, of course, or else you will actually get a penalty, I believe. But I'm curious if people set laps on inters, will they go quicker than some of the drivers that were on softs who done their lap in the wet?
They will, to be honest. I think dry compounded tyres, if I'm not mistaken, are around the 128, 129 mark for the real top guys here in F1. They're about 9 seconds off that, I think, in terms of an inters, maybe 10 seconds at a push, so it's going to be around 139, 140 mark, I think, for pole position, possibly, if you're going out on a set of inters. To be honest, if the rain's getting heavier, you may as well just assess conditions with about 5 minutes to go, see if it's going to dry up. If it's not, stick on a set of inters and then try and get a lap in, because these conditions are probably not going to get any better as what they are now.
I think they might actually get a bit better, because if I'm looking above, and the clouds do seem to be lighter in a certain direction, but again, in turn 10, we lost Rocco. He managed to save the car there, but I think I might have to keep a count on that turn on how many drivers we're going to lose in that corner, to be honest. Because we've already lost 6 drivers through there.
Yeah, Mike's also on an outlap, by the way. Not on an outlap, he's on an invalid lap. Yeah, he's coming through the final couple of corners. But look, Baraka was around a 130 mark coming out the final corner. If that's anything to go by, Mike is actually not too far off Baraka's time. So we'll see in terms of comparison. I think he's going to be about a second off coming across the line. Actually, he's only 4/10 off Mike on a set of inters compared to Baraka, obviously, on a set of soft compounded tyres. So, inters probably can beat as he nearly spins coming through turn 1 and 2. The Alpine really struggling, but the rain getting heavier, the sun trying to cut through the clouds. Baraka's out on top of Macho second, 0 third. Don't take these lap times absolutely seriously at this stage. 10 minutes to go still. Probably anything will happen as ERT Henry has managed to rejoin the session.
I didn't even realise he had left, but OCL Alien's on a lap on the inters, and his sector 1 was a 24.8, which was actually, I believe, 4/6. I think he went quicker than Mike, so I believe Mike was on a 25 point something in sector 1. So OTL Alien could maybe have a shot at a pole position here, maybe.
Yeah, he's got a good chance. Yeah, he has got a good chance. The Scotsman obviously coming through the final couple of corners, through turn 11 and then in towards turn 12, of course, at Bendor, and then through Garlaban at turn 13. Yeah, these corner names really are taking the water, I think, on track. But the Scotsman is on a good lap here. It's not too far off again. Baraka sort of time on a set of softs, and those were deteriorating conditions that he set his lap time in. So Alien around a 130 mark, he's going to be on pole position, I think, with this lap, because it seemed like Mike was maybe a couple of seconds off this, but Alien to the line does beat at 139.2, and that's more like it.
Yeah, well, you literally called it. The pole lap will probably be a 139. But if Baraka gets a lap in on those inters, I reckon he can maybe go into the 138.
Yeah, to be honest,
it does look like they're more wet.
Yeah, to be honest, I think we're going to be seeing lap times maybe 137s, 138s as the track obviously gets worse. But if the dry line begins to form, the conditions will get a hell of a lot better as Kazizel goes quickest with a 39.1. I did say Kazizel might be one of the guys to watch out for. Lou is also on a lap. The Dutchman coming through the final couple of corners. He's got Harman just in front of him for NRX. Of course, NRX being Nexus Esports, as now Lou runs toward the line. I think he's going to go third maybe with this lap. Lou now running to the line, and he does go third, and actually only 300ths of a second off Alien. Not a bad lap.
Yeah, that's not a bad lap for Lou. And I'm not going to lie, I completely forgot about Kazizel, to be honest, but he's actually improving on his lap now that I just looked at it, because he's 800ths up in Sector 1, and I think we lost another driver in Turn 10. I think that was Rocco, or Alien, to be honest, which is about probably the 7th or 8th spin there, I think. And OTL Alien's actually gone off the track.
Yeah, Yona's on a good lap actually coming to the line and nearly tackles for pole position, goes second. Good lap time by Yona, 139.187, about 1100ths of a second off Kazizel. But as you mentioned, Charlie, Kazizel is a 10th up coming through this middle sector, and this is what you tend to see on a set of intermediate compound tyre. Anywhere, any track on the F1 calendar, you always do multiple laps on a set of inters because they dispose of 25 litres of water every single second. So, the more water that they dispose of out on track, the more guys that run out there out on track, the less water there is to dispose. And as you can clearly see through 14 and 15, draw line beginning to form.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, Kazizel had dirty air from Baraka, but Baraka's on his own lap. But can Kazizel get a bit of a slipstream down the straight? It's going to be a 138, I think, here, and it is.
Wow. 138.9. Are we going to see any quicker than that, maybe from Kazizel or indeed anyone else out on track? But it is Kazizel out on top. It's Yona in second. It's Alien there in third. Hamalana now running to the line on an invalid lap. He's just starting up on another one. Burrell also invalid through the first sector. And T-Hawk's also invalid through the first sector as well. And I'm not seeing if there's anybody else on a lap. Jensen is coming towards the line. Runs the line, and he goes third, 39.1, and that's more like it currently because he's allowed on top. Yona second, Jensen in third, probably around 7 minutes to go in qualifying with the minute glitch.
Zero's gone P6, but I don't know if we do have the minute glitch. We probably do because we usually have that all the time. But I'm still curious if we, of course, are going to have rain in the race, which of course I wouldn't know. Because here's the thing: we don't know if these guys are using dry setups or wet setups.
I think they're going to be using dry setups. I mean, Baraka's improving 5.5 tenths through the middle sector, so he could be trying to threaten for pole position. The Spaniard was absolutely lightning quick in qualifying in the PSGL event on Friday, and obviously that wasn't in wet conditions, that was in dries. And Baraka, I thought he invalidated coming through turn 11, but he hasn't. He ran so wide.
I'm going to quickly say this about France. They've actually made the track limits a bit more nicer here, apparently, because apparently it was actually incredibly strict, which, to be honest, it was, but I think they've made it a bit too nice now, to be honest, but he's going to get a slipstream off of T-Hawk there.
Yeah, he's going to get a very faint slipstream of T-Hawk. I think T-Hawk's going to improve on his lap time as well. 39 flat from Baraka. He goes second, 6/10 improvement. He took the final corner, though, I've got to say, at a very weird angle. He went wide out and then deep into the corner, which is what you should do, but he degraded away the speed. So I think if Baraka can gain some of that speed back up, I think he could have gone pole position there.
Yeah, he definitely could have gone on pole position. I don't know Zero. Zero's on a lap. I don't know if he's on a quick lap, though, but Nathan's also coming up towards the line, as well as Zero. Then I think that's Borel behind? No, that's not Borel, but Nathan goes 7th and Zero goes up to 6th. And those are on old tyres as well.
Yeah, all the tyres, I think, work better around here than fresher inters, and that's what we're seeing, I think, with Kazizel. Obviously, he's still there out on top, 38.9. But then Baraka, 2 lap-old inters in second. You've got Zero, as you say, 2 lap-old inters in 6th position. Remember, these actually are not 2 lap-old inters. They're probably 3 or 4 lap-old now, because, remember, the outlap doesn't get counted on this game. Zero, by the way, completely ran wide at turn 6 and then through turn 7, and he's got away with it. But maybe they've made the track limits a little bit too easy around here.
Yeah, they probably have, but Baraka's on the back of T-Hawk. Baraka's not on the laps, he's invalidated, but he's on the back of T-Hawk. Hopefully this doesn't put pressure on T-Hawk. But Borel goes up to P2.
Yeah, really good lap from Borel, the Dutchman in second position, 38.9, about 500 of a second off. And in fact, I think that was Baraka coming into the pit lane nearly crashing.
He actually hit the wall like Lewis Hamilton in Russia.
don't speak about Russia. don't
Oh,
speak about Russia. That's what you said
no.
earlier on.
Whatever.
It is, because there's a lot on top, as you say. Burrell in second, Baraka in third. I mean, we've got lap time probably to come from Yona, from Jensen, from Alien as well. Zero's actually improving again. 54.8 through the middle sector. 2/10 up on this lap. And if he gets a really good final sector and actually dukes me into the pit lane, terrible. But look at the rain. The rain's getting heavier. Is there going to be a crossover between inters and wets, maybe, towards the end of qualifying?
To be honest, it looks like it's staying the same to me, in my opinion. But I think the reason why Zero pitted is to get a new fresh set on, because if they're going quicker, then clearly it's getting drier.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it will be getting dry. Obviously, Adam Jack Harmon hasn't had a lap time just yet. He's invalid once again in the Mercedes. Macho is in the wall! And there he goes out of the session. Heavy crash from Macho. He lost the rear. He caught the curb coming through turn 6, and then through caught the curb through turn 7, I should say, onto the Mistral straight. Got caught in the curb. Never touch a curb in the wet, and that's just proven it. Macho down in 15th.
Oh my goodness. Good thing his car just got taken off the track, because Yona was about to hit him on the straight. But I did say it, turn 7 and 6 will catch you out.
Especially so, I think, more in the inters than it does in the dries, to be honest. Mike's now coming to the line. He improves and he goes up to 12th, about 100th ahead of Hammerleinen. Harmon not on a lap. National Cheto not on a lap either. He's invalid through the end of the first sector. Yona, however, 1600th up, coming to the middle sector. One of the Red Bulls, of course. The other Red Bull being Lou. I think he's also out on a lap as well. And in fact, I think he's backed off this lap. He might have made a mistake or something on his lap. Alien as well. Jensen went 5th. Yona, however, what's he going to do? Comes out through Gardaban at turn 13 and then in toward Lack and Pont of 14 and 15, and he's backed off.
I don't know why he's decided to back off. Maybe he started to not improve on his lap in the end. Maybe he wants to try and save some of his ERS just in time for the next lap.
Well, he's going to get... Yeah, he's going to get 2 laps in, I think. He's going to get 2 laps in, and that's why I think he's backed off. Obviously, Burrell's still in the pit lane. Henry and T-Hawk are still in the pit lane. Whether they're going to come out is a different thing. If you do see them coming out within a minute, you can tell we've got a bit of a glitch. But I don't think they are. I think they're a little bit out of time to try and come out the pit lane now. But Yona has started up a lap, and there needs to be a very quick lap to try and beat Kazizel, who's a 10th and a half up in the middle sector.
Wait, who's the 10th up and a half?
Kazizel.
Ooh. Baraka's just about to start his lap. He's about to start his lap, and he's... Okay, I've got a glitch. But I think he started his lap now. I hate these glitches. Oh, he's gone off. Okay,
no, he hasn't.
This is just...
I think you might be having a bit of lag.
My thing's... I think for some reason it said that I was spectating Baraka, but it was spectating Borel.
There's a camera glitch. It's a camera glitch in spectator mode. I've had that before, and honestly, it is absolutely annoying. Because Zizzle's running toward the final couple of quarters now, coming toward the line. I think he's going to improve to 38.7, comes to the line. 38.7 today is improves 2/10 of a second. Could be hard to beat them. A yellow flag suit sector 1. Not sure who that might be for. Baraka 700 up through the first sector, though. As Harmon went 4th.
Yeah, I don't know if Harmon's going to go for another. He still has a lot of ERS left. Henry's finished, though. And he's the only one finished. But I think Borel... Lou
second.
He's just gone to P2.
Really good improvement. 3/10 improvement there from Lou. Just seen about Baraka. He's 1200s down. As Alien goes quickest! Alien.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely getting drier, I think.
Is it getting drier or is it getting wetter and these tyres are just coming into play? I mean, Kazizel, he's 1500s up through the first sector. He needs to find basically a 10th and a half to beat the Scotsman. The Scotsman could be on for a shock pole as Yona goes 3rd.
I don't know what is going on, but if these guys are going quicker all the time... Oh, someone's lost it, and that's Lou. He's lost it in the same corner as Macho, really. And T-Hawk... Oh, I just noticed that T-Hawk's actually retired.
He has. I didn't think he got out of the pit lane, if I'm not mistaken, so that's why T-Hawk's down in 16. Denzo obviously crashed earlier on. We've seen movements as well, and that was...
Baraka didn't improve. Oh, Harm, though. Harm is 2.5 tenths up in Sector 2.
He is, and Kazizel's just further on actually, 400 up through the middle sector. He's got to find a tenth of a second to try and beat Alien coming through these final couple of corners. He's got to take a wide out line and approach deep in. He actually misses the apex this time around. I don't think Kazizel might get pole position as a result. He gets sliding on the curb as well. Now running to the line, what can the Brit do? Kazizel to the line, is he going to beat Alien? No, and he doesn't even improve in the end. So it's Alien out on top of the minute. Yona has backed off his lap, losing Valid.
Oh, he's invalidated.
Jensen goes third.
Oh, he wasn't that far off actually, from Kazizel, but Jonas retired, Lou's invalidated. I think that is
Nathan.
No, Nathan's on lap.
Yeah, Nathan 3.5 tenths up towards the line. He goes seven. So good improvement by Nathan. Nearly 3.5 tenths.
Goes a 12th.
And that's the end of qualifying. Lou obviously not on a lap. It's Alien out on top. A shock qualifying, I think. Alien out on top, the Scotsman. He had really good pace, by the way, last week. So don't judge him. Don't judge a book by its cover completely. He seems better in the inters than he does maybe in the drives. But Alien's out on top. It's Kazizel in second and Jensen in third. At least I got 2 of my top 3 right.
I forgot who my top 3 were. I think did I put Jensen for third? I think I did.
You had Baraka, Kazizel, Jensen, and Kazizel and Jensen are second and third, so fair play.
Wait, did I put Kazizel second?
Yes, you did, because you said the top the first 3 drivers out on track would be first, second, and third at the end of qualifying.
Oh, I completely forgot that I put Kazizel on the top. I'm just forgetting about Kazizel today.
Well, we don't have to forget about him, because he is on the front row of the grid, alongside, of course, our pole setter, Alien. Alien out on top from Kazizel in second, Jensen in third, and by the way, only a tenth and a half. Separating the top 3 is not too bad in these intermediate conditions. Yona there in fourth with Lou in fifth, Burrell in sixth, and Nathan in seventh. To be honest, 600th of a second, and Baraka actually 800th of a second, covering 5 drivers from fourth down to 8th. Harmon there in ninth, National Cheto in 10th. He gets in the top 10. Zayn in 11th, Rocco in 12th. The Irishman Mike in 13th on his debut, only a second off the pace. Hamalainen, who apparently is still Ghanaian or Bolivian or Ecuadorian or whatever flag that is, he's in 14th. Henry in 15th. Seahawk in 16th. Matchell 17th. Denzel didn't get a lap in. He started right at the back of the field.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Wait, wasn't there one person who didn't set a lap?
Denzo.
That was Denzo. Yeah, that's not. If I'm correct, isn't Denzo usually somewhere around the top 10s?
He is. I think his pace has dropped off, to be honest, over the last couple of weeks. I mean, he hasn't really been attending as those look menacing skies out on track here in France. Cloud cover, of course, an absolute premium, but it is very, very similar, if not the same conditions as I commentated on around here at League of Europe in earlier on in the season. And it gets dry from about lap 6, and it's beautiful blue skies and sunshine. Normally.
Yeah, so maybe it's going to be a dry race, but you never know. It might rain somewhere throughout the race, maybe.
Yeah, maybe so. I'm just having a bit of a loose connection, I think, once again on mine. And I'm coming through a little bit robotic, by the way. Just ignore it. Ignore it. I don't know what's up. I don't know if it's a software up there. I don't know what's happening, to be honest. But honestly, it's getting on my nerves, and hopefully we have better racing, of course, tonight. But looking at the chat, none of you have decided to come in for top 3 within the race. Of course, we predicted top 3 in qualifying, but 27 laps awaiting these drivers out on track, and the formation lap has now begun. Everyone, of course, gets a free choice of tyre. What are the tyres on? Only 2 drivers on a set of mediums, Rocco and T-Hawk on that set of mediums. They feel that the set of softs might go off a little bit early, which they normally do around here. Everyone else, though, is on a set of soft compounded tyres. So, judging by that, simple one-stop.
Here's the thing, though. What if they've gone onto the softs because there's going to be less temperature, which means less tyre wear? Or is there going to be rain in a couple of laps, maybe? Who is your top 3, though, for the race?
Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll come on to your first point first. I honestly think it is going to get drier out on track. Or is it raining, actually? Oh, it's raining! It's actually raining out on track!
It's raining again!
It's raining again!
Raining.
Ignore what I've just literally going to say there. I was going to say it's probably going to dry up.
Is it raining?
It is! Really see. There is spots of rain.
I can't see any spots of rain.
It's so dark, but honestly, right on board with... I'm trying to pick out a car to ride on board with. Oh, yeah, the Aston Martin.
I've seen it off of Aliens on board.
Yeah, the McLaren, I think, is probably the best one to go on board with. And look at that, it is raining, but it is not affecting the track at this moment in time. So whether it just rains as it goes and it dries up, probably, I don't know. It throws a big curveball though. What does everyone decide to do? Everyone thinks, set us off compound tyres, it might get a little bit heavier in the race. Or they're just going simple one-stop strategy, onto a set of mediums around lap 10, the rain stays as it is, and then it dries up. I think that's probably what we're going to get.
Yeah, maybe it will do that. That might be why that might be why everyone's gone to the softs, actually. So, Rocco and Teal might have messed up their strategies, but because Izzle's actually gone through Alien there. But we still need to know the top 3 for the race, though.
Oh yes, I'm not avoiding your question whatsoever. Top 3, top 3 from my perspective. I'm gonna go Jensen for the win. I think honestly he might just do it tonight out on track. Kazizzle for second. For me, I'm being really boring with this. Yona third.
I'm gonna go with Alien for the win, Kazizzle second, and Borel third.
Yeah, Revving engines are now coming on out on track here in France. Round 7 of the championship about to begin. And it is, as there was a bounce there from Kazizzle's car to lights out, and away we go. And Alien gets a good start. Kazizzle gets a good start. And already Lou has lost a position alongside Nathan, who has lost a position as well. And Lou drops down 2 as Baraka now goes through into P6. But Alien leads the way. Kazizzle in second. Yona in third. Jensen in fourth. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact with a sliding car in the background. National Cheto, the Bulgarian, has lost it further down the field. Macho, I think, has been caught up in a slight collision as well. But Alien leads the way. Kazizzle second. Jensen in third. A lot of happening further down the field. There's another collision. Harmon has been spun. Trying to go up the inside line. I think of Mike, they're never going to work. And Harmon now down in 16th. Macho has got damage, I think, along with National Cheto. But it is Alien leads the way. Kazizzle second. Jensen in third through the first half a lap. Oh, there's a car gone spearing off, and that's Henry.
We've... Rocco... wait. So, Rocco, Macho, Harm, National Cheto, and Henry... They've already lost the car. But National Cheto... Actually, no, Macho and... Oh, what's happened to Denzo?
Denzo and the legal overtake, I think. That might be a glitch in the game. The 5-second penalty might get removed, but yeah, it is an illegal overtake. Mike and Zero nearly going side by side just ahead of this as well. He looks at the inside line, the Irishman. Is he going to try and outjuke Zero? No, Zero stays 9th.
He might still try and take the position, because he's going to try to go around the outside, actually, or maybe pull the switch back. No, he doesn't, but I think I can't remember who it was, but Macho, and I think it was National Cheto, actually nearly collided, and Teal'c's off. But National Cheto and Macho nearly collided, but thankfully Ghosting was on, because National Cheto, I think, went right through him.
Yeah, to be honest, there was a lot to dissect, I think, in that first lap. It looks like everyone has came away scot-free. I think there were just purely spins, maybe, of applications of the throttle, where they spun the car, and it's because of these greasy, damp conditions out on track. It is dry, however, out on track, and everyone has completed the first lap safely, which I'm glad to report. But it is Alien who leads the way. It's Kazizzle in second, Jensen in third. Elizabeth Brownie coming in the comment section. It's his first ever F1 race. Welcome along. Really hope you enjoyed it. It can't get unpredictable than this in France.
May I just say, Macho just made one hell of an overtake on Rocco.
I missed that.
Well,
I missed
you
that.
need to stop missing out.
And Macho actually is going to be under pressure, maybe from Rocco running in towards turn 8 and 9 through the Montreal chicane, coming through 8 and 9. All the chicane node, as you can say as well, as Henry is going to make the overtake around the outside on Teal'c. Lovely move by the Aston Martin. A little bit of contact there, but I think Teal'c just ran out a little bit wide, and Henry is through. And he's into 17th, and Harmon is fighting side by side with Rocco. Up the inside and towards turn 10. Gets the job done, and National Cheto's going to have this as well as Yona spun.
Oh no! That's my pick!
Yona was spun.
Wait, no,
No, I predicted him for top 3.
Yeah, I didn't put him in my top 3. I done Alien. Wait, did I put Yona in my top 3? No,
I don't know. Rewind the stream back and tell us the top 3.
Denzo's actually in the pit lane.
Denzo is in the pit lane. I wonder if there was a little bit of contact maybe between him and Yona. They're coming
maybe
in.
Denzo's going to serve as penalty.
Yeah, Denzo will serve as penalty. DRS is now enabled. However, it does look like it's getting a little bit wetter out on track.
Yep. Maybe, yeah, because I'm looking at Denzo and he's actually going to put on the inters.
Interesting.
And so is Rocco. But Jonah's gone to softs, again like last week in Canada.
The rain is getting progressively heavier out on track. And we were on lap 3. DRS is still enabled. But watch out for the raindrops on the track. You will see it probably in around a lap and a half's time. As Jensen tries to close up on the back of Kazizel for P2. Alien still leads away, Kazizel second, Jensen in third. But interestingly, as Jensen nearly gets caught out of shape actually, our driver's going to come in early for a set of inters. National Cheddar makes the move done on Harmon halfway down the Mistral straight as well as Kazizel has just been outgunned and Kazizel's actually spun. Literally go off board with him, off him completely, and he's spun.
Well, our picks are just not doing well tonight.
They're not, and I think, honestly, it's because of these greasy conditions. It is literally so treacherous out on track. It's not wet. It is not wet out on track. It's not inters. And the biggest indication is Yona getting through on Denzo for 16th position. Because Yona and Rocco are going to lose time on that set of inters. It's nowhere near inters at this stage, but the rain is getting slowly heavier out on track. Our driver's going to dive in. Zero was thinking maybe of diving in, or we just ran wide there. Mike, however, is in.
And I think Zero is as well, and we've actually got a yellow flag.
Henry.
I think it's for Cheto.
Henry.
No, it's for Henry.
This is a perfect call, by the way, by Mike. I'm just seeing in the pit lane. Look at the raindrops on the pit lane exit and at the pit lane entrance. Inters, I think, is the right call, and I think Mike has judged this to absolute perfection. You know what? I'm going to say it now. He could even lead the race if he is. If the DRS is disabled this lap, he's going to be leading the race.
Well, well, you can't change your picks now, of course, but yeah, if he's, I don't think he's timed it right. To be honest, I don't think it's wet enough, but because yeah, I just heard the sound of the DRS actually on my controller. Because of course, when you actually do leave the pit lane, you do get DRS for some reason. But Denzo gets out of Yona and Henry. Is Rocco going to get out of him though?
Rocco is coming through the final corner. He's down the stop finish. He'll get Yona. I don't think he's going to get Henry.
You know what? I think it might. No, it's not time for actually. Because I was about to say. Because I saw Mike actually gain a 10th, but then he's actually just lost a second now, so it's still not time for the inters.
I think we're two, 3 laps away, maybe one at a real push. We could be 1 lap away from it. I mean, look at it. Jensen, I'm running ball with coming through the middle, coming through the final sector. It's getting so much wetter. There are literally puddles nearly on the curb. Alien nearly lost the car as well. Honestly, I think these guys are going to come in, and Alien's in.
Alien's in the lane, but I just noticed that I didn't even realize that Jensen overtook him. But we had this situation in Canada, of course, because remember we were told it was supposed to rain within like 5 to 10 minutes. It took about like 20.
Never
don't
trust.
Forget, it's not perfect weather. It's on approximate.
Yeah, never trust Codemasters with the weather. Never trust a weatherman with the weather, and never trust us in the commentary box as the weather as T-Hawk speeds into the pit lane. Alien, however, where is he going to come out? Oh, and there's a spinner. Hamilton in the spun coming through turn 2. I think he's got the car going again, but it just comes to show how treacherous these conditions are. Alien is well ahead of Mike.
I think it might be time for the inters, because I can actually begin to see puddles, of course. T-Hawk's lost position with Mike. He's going to lose a lot.
This lap.
But I think it is time.
It's this lap. I guarantee it. DRS disabled. If it doesn't come up any second now, then it probably will, probably at the end of the lap, when these guys have got to make a judgment call, whether they're going to come in for a set of inters, or they're going to stay out there on a set of softs. The rain is hardly wetting the track, but we saw this in Russia at the weekend. The rain hardly wets the track, and it just becomes an absolute quagmire.
Denzo's got another penalty.
He has got another penalty, and Jensen actually backed out the throttle coming through turn 10. In towards a double wide, of course, at turn 11, but Jensen leads the way. Burrell in second, Baraka in third. There's hardly been any overtakes, and that, I think, is a good reason, as Alien was briefly catching, but he spun.
Oh, no, yeah, that's Alien. I was about to say, for a second I thought that's right, and he's lost his front wing, actually. So my race winner is over. If I was Jensen, I'd box now to get it correct, and he is. I think a lot of people will, actually. They're
all coming in. I think Zay will cut over the white line there.
Because there was, of course, the announcement is in. Hopefully it doesn't get held up by Zero. Hopefully people get their tires right as well, because we don't want any mistakes. Ooh. And Borel managed to just barely get out of Zero, but of course Zero still needs to go into his pit box. And Borel... Was there any jumps in the pit lane?
Yeah, Borel has... No, because Alien spun, obviously. Alien lost his front wing. Jensen's now in the lead of this race. So this VSC has really worked good, I think, for all of the
Oh!
guys. Oh, as Nathan has lost his front wing.
Nathan! Oh, that's 100% Nathan's fault, I think, to be honest.
Yeah. I saw that coming out of the pit lane. He just went too quick. Zabel's picked up a VSC, a drive-through penalty for speeding on the VSC as well. Nathan goes straight on, coming through 3 and 4, and he's going to have to try and troop round with that lack of front wing. But Jensen leads the way. Burrell in second, Baraka in third. Literally now, I think this race is going to boil down to these three. Honestly, DRS is still enabled, by the way. I think.
I mean, it's not well enough to disable it just yet.
It is. It's disabled. There's no DRS.
It didn't pop up on my screen, but yeah, I did see that Baraka did lose his DRS, actually. He lost the rear a little bit there, actually. But, to be honest, that's not what, Nathan. Nathan needed, but considering he's still in P6 somehow, I mean, I don't know what happened exactly, but I'm pretty sure that Ham actually jumped a driver in the pit lane, so I saw ghosting, and Teal scored 3-7 time penalty. But I'm kind of surprised people are getting penalties for track limits because, of course, the track limits have changed.
Yeah. They have changed. I mean, Nathan is just making up his own track, I think, without his front wing. At that stage, he went miles wide. He was nearly going into the next county, for goodness sake. But Nathan, now coming through turn 12, he will come into the pit lane. Obviously, that the front wing has been cleared. But what I think happened after they came out the pit lane, and Zabel was into the pit lane as well, so it was drive-through penalty. Nathan just makes no attempt completely to come into the pit lane using the correct white line strategy. But to be honest, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
I don't know what I was going to say. I was just waffling on.
You're having my problem now. You're going to forget what to say.
I think I was just waffling on into an endless thing. I don't know. It was something about Nathan, and I don't know what I was going to say about Nathan. Anyways, we'll focus our attention on the lead. Jensen leads the way, Burrell in second, Baraka in third. We're only on lap 7. I thought this race would have gone a lot quicker, but it's only on lap 7, and Jensen leads the way, Burrell in second, Baraka in third, Lou there in fourth. Looking at the position gains as well, actually, out on track. Many position gains. Alien's lost 14, so has Yona. Nathan's lost 10, obviously. Rocco's lost 4 from early on. Most positions gained, Hamalainen.
I wish they changed our name back at some point, so I cannot cope with that name.
Mike, actually, on that 3-lap old Inters as well, just to come on to it, Mike, on that 3-lap old Inters, he's undercut pretty much half the field, I think.
Yeah, he has done that, but don't forget that there was collisions and penalties, of course, given out. So, but I reckon that Mike could have actually maybe jumped a few more people if the VSC didn't come out. But, I'm surprised that nobody's crashed out yet.
Don't say that, because somebody inevitably is going to crash out, and you're going to regret saying that. Denzo's on the back of T-Hawk, by the way, 12th and 13th position, obviously outside of the points at the moment, both of them with penalties as well. But Denzo really pressurising T-Hawk, the Chilean, on the back of the German, and the German, of course, will be going to war, quite literally, along with Denzo, of course, here out on track, but not only because I know T-Hawk has recently joined the army, and I think might be getting deployed.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I think he's stepping down as owner of FRL. And then Bunty's obviously taking over.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I was kind of curious. Yeah, Bunty will take over of FRL sometime in October, because he did actually tell me about
1st of October.
Yeah, so in a few days. So he did tell me, Bunty did tell me about this, actually.
He did, I think. We've just literally put out an exclusive to everyone. Yeah, T-Hawk is going to be leaving. As I say, I think he's getting deployed either locally or regionally, I think. I'm not going to take him for all of that, but T-Hawk obviously getting deployed to the German army, which is absolutely fantastic. Hopefully he will do his country proud, like any of our soldiers across the world do our countries proud as well. And I think it's something to watch out for, but he's got to watch out for, more importantly, for a Chilean right on his backside. The Alpha Tauri nearly spinning, coming through turn 6 and 7. T-Hawk, though, under pressure. Denzel using up 60% of ERS he's actually got, obviously conserving up, as Mike is on the back of Hamalainen for 6th position. Denzo, is he on the back of T-Hawk? Looks the inside line. Half committed. He might try and get the switch back through turn 8. Might get the run through turn 10.
Enough, though.
I think he's going to get the run here.
You can actually save a lot of ERS around there, but Denzo's actually going to try to go around the outside. Of course, you are going to have to definitely let off the throw. If he makes this move stick, then I'll be actually amazed.
He's actually... I can't believe what I've just seen. He's actually taken it flat out and gone right around the outside of T-Hawk. That's an insane move in the Inters.
Oh.
Denzel threw he's into 12th.
Yeah, but of course they did touch a little bit, but I don't think that that's anyone's fault.
No,
I think that's just racing.
I think T-Hawk, I think he caught the curb with his right front tyre, and it forced him wide, naturally, as you do, through a right-handed corner. It forced him off camber, and then Denzel kept him within the white lines, just sailed around the outside. Easy. Really easy move.
Let's not forget about Denzel, though. He started at the back. He's up in the 6th. Actually very well made, but if he didn't have his penalties, then he could have definitely made up some more positions.
Did you say Denzel was in 6th? He's not, he's in 12th.
No, I said he's gained 6 positions.
Oh, gained 6 positions. I came across as thinking you were in 6th, he was in 6th position. Oh, I think we're both losing ourselves tonight.
No, it's mainly yous over yourself. I'm the one who's speaking proper English.
Mike, by the way, is on the back of Hammerline, and the Finn, or the Ghanaian, or the Ecuadorian, or the Bolivian, as his flag is in on the F1 game. Mike the Irishman, though, right on the back of him in his debut. I've got to say, I'm really impressed with his pace. He's on the back of Hammerline. Of course, Hammerline scored 4 points in F1 Challenger Series.
He's going to go for it.
Down the inside line in towards turn 10, in towards turn 11.
Oh my goodness.
Down the inside line, takes balls of commitment, balls of steel, but Hammerline just sends it around the outside of him. And to be honest, National Chettle's catching him behind as well.
Oh, we might get him there though with the switchback. Plus, Ham's actually not got as much ERS because he's used all of his actually.
Yeah, for deployment that is, he's got 70% of EOS as he nearly comes storming down the inside line. Henry has got the move done on T-Hawk as well, around the outside line. Trying to get the move done, and Harmon is going side by side with Cheto. Henry, though, outdoes T-Hawk, I think, coming through Galaban. He does. Henry's through, and he's into 13th. And look at Alien trying to go around the outside of him. Now switches to the inside line, and he puts up a 3-second penalty.
I think that's going to get taken off, in my opinion, because T-Hawk did give him a bit of a squeeze there, I think.
Yeah. Alien, I think, crucially, I think, backed off that. They didn't want to make contact. So stewards will judge, I think, who's going to be at fault for that. But yeah, maybe the 3-second penalty will get removed. Rocco and Nathan, 2 very good friends, by the way, and 2 great rivals in LOEF2. They go side by side, and Rocco looks the inside line on Nathan, and Nathan holds P16 for now. And look at Yona as well.
Alien.
So battles up and down the field.
It's a good battle going on for P14. I wish we could get these type of battles for the actual points, though.
It'll be great, but you never know. Conditions are getting very heavy, I've got to say. Out on track, the rain is getting a lot heavier out on track than what it was a couple of laps ago. So maybe, if the rain continues on, you can see the sheets of rain as well going across the track. That normally means for me and my perspective, full wet conditions is actually not too far away.
Yeah, the wet conditions is definitely not far away. I think the wet conditions might come in about 5 laps, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm still waiting for a big crash to happen, considering that nobody's out. If we can finish a race with nobody out, I'll be absolutely amazed.
It'll be absolutely brilliant. Alien is right on the back of T-Hawk.
Ham, though, Jensen's leading the race by 20 seconds to Ham. Only the top 5 within 10 seconds, at least. Zero's in the pit lane.
Zero is in the pit lane. Yeah, Jensen leading the way. 1.8 seconds is the gap to Burrell.
Is Zero going to go into the wets, maybe? Maybe.
He's going to end up right at the back of the field, though. Oh, now Denzel's actually coming in. I think they're listening to us, and I think they're coming in for full wets. They are. They're coming in for full wets.
Are they listening to us? And Alien's actually had a big moment on. I think Alien lost the position to T-Hawk, I think. So
no, T-Hawk was ahead. T-Hawk was ahead.
So
Alien was actually. Yeah, Alien was actually pressurising him on the back coming through turn 10. I think he got caught out wide slightly as Yona was through on Zero.
Right, is this where the wets do come into play? Because at the moment it doesn't quite look like it.
We're not too far off, honestly. We are not too far off wet conditions. If you're listening to me, don't trust me, trust Jeff.
Trust me. You could definitely trust me, it's your strategy.
Trust Charlie then. Trust Charlie. Charlie is the new Jeff.
Trust my Spain strategy, that worked out well.
I mean, look at Zero, to be honest. He's only losing tenths really, on Yona. And
yeah. Well, no, yeah, but he's also losing tenths off the leader, because I've got the leader gap on.
You've got the leader gap. It's 6/10 of a second to Yona at the minute. And honestly, as they were just losing a little bit of condition there, he's keeping up. We're at the crossover period, I think.
Rocco, major moment there as an alien. No, Henry's off.
Henry is off, yeah. I was wondering who was off. I thought it was Baraka that was off. I don't know why I thought that. Harmon and Mike are going side by side. For 7 to their doors. Mike nearly loses the traction, and Harmon is going to sail on through. So Harmon now through, and he's into 7. National Chesil trying to get involved in this as well. And Mike really not happy. He's trying to get a little bit of heat into those tyres, I think, to try and keep them as warm as possible and as hot as possible out on track. But Mike has lost position. He lost it on the traction. There was a yellow flag, and it's Rocco.
Rocco again. Rocco spun twice now, but his tyres are going to be very hot, I think, to be honest. That's probably why he is spinning.
I thought Mike tried to go around the outside of turn 3 there on Harmon. He's really fighting this, the Irishman. But look at the control of the car. Zero is still on the 0.8 of a second off as Mike nearly loses it again.
Maybe it is time for wets.
Is it? Is it not? I don't know. I think we're still at the crossover period. It's not getting any heavier and it's not getting any lighter.
No, I think it is. Because Zero is gaining on Jensen.
Zero is gaining on Jensen, but in the whole grand scheme of things, he's not gaining on Yona. Whether that's dirty air or not, it's a different thing. He's gained a little bit of time there. Harmon, by the way, is on the back of Hammerline, and now the Finn looks like he's going to be made an absolute kipper with Harmon in behind him.
Can he get ahead of him, though?
I think he can. If he's smart enough, I think Harmon will try and get this move done.
And Kazizzle was in the pit lane.
Kazizzle is in. Look at Zero. He's catching Yona. Zero is catching Yona out on track.
Oh, and big battles go.
Oh, and has Alien got damage?
I don't think.
Your connection's very all over the place as Alien's lost it. Alien has lost it into the wall. Left side end plate damage on the car, and Kazizzle, full wet conditions, has gone on to his tyres, but Alien has spun. He didn't seem confident at all, and he spun, yeah. And your connection is very laggy, by the way. Hope it improves.
I mean, literally pouring it around. That's probably going to get for quite a while, and you might even lose me.
We might be ending up losing Charlie, but Baraka's on the back of Burrell. This is for second position. Dives it down the inside line. What a move by the Spunny if he can get this move done as all the position changes happen. But Baraka is soon. He's into second. What a move that was.
Not yet. Burrell almost died.
Burrell is still going around the outside of him, but I think he's going to have to give right away to the corner as Baraka is soon. He's into second. Oh, as I think we've lost Charlie, if I'm not mistaken. Charlie is literally desyncing.
Have you lost me?
You're here still, but the positions are going like haywire completely. As Alien is retired, coming through the pit lane, I think.
Mike's left. I think I'm disconnected.
Mike's disconnected, did you say?
Mike and Nathan for me, but I don't know if he's connecting or not.
I think, honestly, it might be something to do with the lobby. I hope it's not, but...
It might be something to do with me. Hang on, I'll quickly check the Discord.
Yeah, quickly check the Discord and have a look. I'll continue on commentary nonetheless. Jensen leads the way. It's Baraka in second. It's Burrell in third. Jensen pulling away effortlessly out in front. And I did say he might pick up the win. You should listen to me.
I think it's time for West because Mike's eye is in the pit lane.
Mike is... yes, he is in the pit lane. It's very, very dyslexic at this stage, yeah.
Okay, why are they going on?
He's left the session. Mike has left the session. And Nathan's left the session as well. What's going on here?
I think... what is going on? I've got nothing being... this for... is it... even?
It's literally... you are literally unbroadcastable at this stage. Your voice is literally like me being a robot.
Yeah, I think the lobby... Yeah, I think it broke because it literally just said the lobby... It's glitched, apparently. I think
the lobby's glitched. I think, honestly, it's fixed itself since they've left, though.
What's me calling it? support the lobby, beginning to lag, of course, for you.
I don't know. There is. Oh, I don't know. This is so strange, Mike. Because there's and Nathan are into the pit lane.
Hard. Rocco's just hard. I think there's a safety car. Rocco's crashed on the straight.
Wait, what? Oh, what?
Jesus.
Yeah, so Rocco has crashed in. I'm about as absolutely confused as you are at home.
Oh, Baraka! Oh, Baraka! You hit the safety car, I think.
So there's a safety car, but it's not coming up on my end. It's just yellow flags in Sector 3. Now we get a safety car. Everyone slow down.
There you go. Yeah, because I don't know if it was a glitch or not, but it looked like Baraka hit the safety car. And I think he has.
Has he hit the safety car? I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I think Nathan wants to talk to you because he's just pinged you in the Discord server.
I don't know what's going on, to be honest. I'm not sure if Rocco's retired. Now there's a safety car. Now there's a safety car out on track. Yeah, this lobby's honestly completely glitched.
I don't. Here's the thing: though, if we restart, is that gonna be a race cancelled, or do we like fully restart it?
To be honest, we're more than halfway through. Cheto's got to drive through penalty for speeding under the safety car. You're back with us, by the way.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna quickly see with Jensen. Cancel or 25%. Ask that.
Yeah, 25%. It started lagging around lap 14.
Yeah, because we've made it halfway. Just
made it halfway.
Yeah, I think we make it. I think what we might do, guys driving backwards in the pits and then just
honestly, I think
straight. Okay, yeah. So I don't know who that was.
We do need to make an ideal thingy. However, somebody has joined the session. It seems as if it's fixed itself, though.
Yeah, everyone's complaining, so I do think that it's gonna have to be a restart. Or take results pre-glitch. I don't know. Jensen, you're a freaking admin. You make the decision.
Honestly, I think we do need, as Burrell comes into the pit lane, Baraka and Jensen also end up for a fresh set of enters. Rain is beginning to ease off, actually. Rain has eased off out on track. And...
yeah, they want to talk to you. They want to talk to you. You're literally getting pinged. So you might need to talk to them as well.
I don't know. I'm really not in a position, as I'm obviously commentating, I'm honestly not in a position to really say...
I'm going to ask.
I'd honestly...
Do we cancel, or keep going, or 25% risk? I'm going to ask that, then whatever is chosen, that is what's happening.
From my perspective, I think that needs to be a more senior decision. We really can't make this. We're commentators. It seems, however... I will say this now. It seems, however, because they've now left, and because people are still out on track, it looks as if it is fine on our end. We can only see what's happening from our end. You can't see what's happening on the driver's end. Because this was drawn back. It looks like it's now fine.
I think Jensen's going to say take results pre-glitch and half the points.
That seems fair. That seems fair to be honest. It was lap 14.
When the glitch came in. We need to know what lap the glitch came in so we get an actual fair result.
End of lap 13-14, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It was about lap 14.
I'd say do a 25%, to be honest. Because, like, we have time for a 25%, because they're quite short.
25%?
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to Jensen, because he's literally just spamming at this point now, really, so you're definitely gonna have to talk to him.
25%... To be honest, is it going to be more beneficial to do with 25% than to take half points? I don't know,
because here's the thing. Of course, you can make it to the end on inters in a 25% race.
I really don't know. I really don't know. This is why somebody senior should be making the decisions and not us on a live stream, which is making the streams look quite unprofessional. That's what I'm going to say, and I've said it.
I'm just gonna tell Jensen we need to know now before everything just gets out of hand. Because there's a lot going on behind this safety car.
Yeah, we are still under a safety car. If you are still tuning in...
F2... Is F2 finished or anything?
F2's still going, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, they got an error as well, actually. Looking
Did they?
at... Oh, some of them did at the start of qualifying, but it seems to have sorted
Oh.
itself out.
Well, this is just strange, to be honest. We need to know before the safety car ends, I think.
To be honest, again, this is why I think somebody senior needs to be behind the scenes, watching what's happening out on the track. We can only see what we're giving you on a live stream. Rain, however, has eased off. Oh, as Henry is crashing into the back of National Cheto!
Oh my god.
And Cheto picks up a penalty. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Honestly,
This gonna need to be a restart. I think it needs to be a restart. I think
either a restart or give half points.
Yeah, it's one of those. Because we've completed half the race, because of course, usually in RF1, if you complete at least 2 laps, then half the points would be given out. Like in Belgium, of course, in the share.
Yeah, people are saying 25%, 25%. To be honest, listen to the drivers more than anything else.
Yeah, I think, yeah, there's definitely a glitch, because there's also literally half points results. Okay, so...
Lobby's completely broke. Right. I don't know. Again, this is why somebody senior should be really making the decisions, but...
Do we bother doing interviews, or do we just, like, yeah... F2 did have a glitch, but why are we going half points? We done half it.
We've done half the race. We have done half the race. It only seems fair, I think, to give half points.
Only causing your lead. I mean, is that what Jensen's doing it?
Safety car, however, is in this lap.
Okay, 25%. It's been decided. 25% race.
25% race.
We need to make a new lobby.
I totally don't agree with a 25%, but if that's what people want to do, then that's what we'll do. I'm not happy,
right,
but still.
I mean, I wouldn't
What can
mind.
you do?
What lap did the glitch start to take place?
But the thing is, though, if we do a 25% race, you could put it as intermediate conditions, and it could be absolutely teaming it down with rain when it was light rain there.
We need to know who's still in the race, though, because we don't know if we don't know who's going to still be in, because of course some people crashed out.
Some people did crash out, and
yeah.
But if it's a 25% race, then give everyone a fair chance for 13 laps.
But some people crashed out near the start, if you think about it. Actually, no, never mind about that. It's 25% glitches, then results take a pre-glitch from it. Okay. Who do I invite, though?
Everyone. Just everyone. Hang on, I'll tell you what, I'll get the standings from lap 14, before this glitch happened, and I'll tell you the standings from then, I'll tell you who was out.
I need to know who's classified as a DNF, though, before all this happens.
Oh. My connection's not working, apparently. There we go.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Yeah, people saying we want to see a race. Again, Dax, we're not...
Okay, so Chris, Alien, and Rocco will be DNF'd, so I think they won't be racing again. Okay, we need to party up with Hawk ASAP, so if you can invite her.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream and then vent out my frustration.